let me compose myself because you won't understand me. I think like just hearing that brought me back to a point in my life where I knew I was excelling, but within me, I knew I wanted more. And so I needed that. I needed to be reminded that I was enough.
What does being more than enough mean to you?
More than enough.
Oh, that's actually, I don't know. Enough is a loaded word for me.
It means just being who I am is more than enough.
You don't need to compare yourself to other people.
Just because I'm not perfect or I haven't reached this goal doesn't mean that I'm less than.
There are days you feel like you're not enough and you need other people's opinion. You need other people to tell you these type of things. But then you don't realize that nobody knows you more than yourself.
Not every day is gonna be your best day.
Give yourself some credit, you guys.
People kind of laser in on this task and they forget to go out and live for themselves.
And if people don't like me, that's okay because I'm living for myself and not for others.
You at your core is what should matter to people around you. You should surround yourself with people that love you for who you are, and you shouldn't have to change because you are more than enough.
You're worthy and you have the potential, and you should allow yourself to receive all the greatness and the love and the light that the world has.
Do you feel more than enough? Do I feel more than enough?
Oh yes, definitely.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, I do.
But it took me some time to feel that.
Yeah, when I'm in the right mindset. No.
No, but I hope to get there someday.
No, I don't think so. It doesn't discourage me knowing that because I know it's just like a temporary mental state.
Not all the time, not every day, but you know, I have my son and he does make me feel like I'm more than enough.
Sometimes.
Sometimes not, and sometimes I do. It's just kind of like a roller coaster.
For me, it's just a balancing act.
I don't know, but I'm feeling okay right now, so.
I'm getting there, and I think that's what matters.
You feel more than enough?
I do. I feel like a lot.
Yeah, I got gray hair. I think I'm feeling way too much, but that's okay. It shows that I'm alive. My mental health is alive, my emotions are alive, and whether it's good or bad, I'm feeling something.
Oh, absolutely. And what is, you know, at the end of the day, what is enough? You know, enough is kind of like your emoji scale. You kind of set it for yourself. And at the end of the day, if you're giving yourself an impossible task, then how are you supposed to win? You know, be on your own team, be on your side.
Would you be willing to share some times in your life where maybe you felt less than enough?
Ooh. This is gonna be tough.
So I have a skin disorder. It's called psoriasis. And I've always felt like my skin kind of stops me from doing things that I want to do.
Coming here, I didn't know any English, so learning was very tough and trying to make friends because for a while, like I was just like an outcast. Nobody really understood you. Like you could be saying something, like trying to say something, but nobody would really understand. So they would just like kind of just brush it off and just move on.
I knew that my path was different because my circumstances were different than most of my classmates. But at the same time, like I couldn't help feeling like I should be there. I should be here already, and I'm still grinding over here.
I guess taking longer in school than I had wanted to. So that kind of took a toll on, you know, my well-being and my mental health, making me think that, man, what am I doing with my life, you know?
The day I found out I had cancer, yeah, that was a very tough day. The toughest day.
After I had my son, I struggled a lot, emotionally, physically, mentally. I had postpartum.
After I had my kids, I felt like I had to hurry up and recover.
Knowing that they're productive members of society, but that, quite honestly, they don't really need me that much, which is hard for a mama to say, even harder for them to feel,
When my mom passed in 2014, I was already here, and I still had a young son. And she was the main caregiver, and she was the greatest mother and then the greatest grandmother. But when she passed, I wasn't sure that I could be enough. I didn't feel at that time that I could fill those shoes.
I lost my mom. After 2 weeks, I lost my brother. I couldn't say that I moved on because until now, I'm still in a mourning stage.
So in 2020, I lost my mother. There are days where I don't feel like I am enough. There are days that I struggle with my mental health. There are days that I still grieve. Even after losing mom, I continue to push myself for her.
There was a time in my life where someone very close to me was battling issues with mental health. Things started to get worse and worse. No matter what I tried to say or do, it just felt like it wasn't resonating. This person tried to take their life. When I had realized what had happened, I just blamed myself for not being able to catch it.
I was sexually assaulted. At the time, I felt less than enough because I kind of just felt like I was a sexual object, I guess. It took like a really long time just for me to be like, I'm not what they treated me as, if that makes sense. I was angry at myself for staying where I was when I could have left earlier, but I just didn't know what I was doing. And I think I just wanted to be the perfect people pleaser and exceeding their expectations of me when I didn't want that for myself.
It's from the both of us. What memories do you have of feeling more than enough?
Every day when I come home after work, my niece, she stays with us. And right when I walk through the door, she has open arms and she's just saying, boo, boo. And that just makes me feel so whole.
Graduating.
It took me a while.
As soon as I held on to my degree, I looked at it and I'm like, wow, how many years I was working on this, and I felt like I've accomplished a lot.
Well, recently, my work and my friends, my family, they threw surprise baby showers.
Giving birth to my daughter.
Motherhood has changed me, but for the better.
Every day that, he's happy and he's saying how happy he is and how much he loves me, and like just seeing him smile, I feel like, yeah, I'm more than enough. I'm doing more than enough for him.
The mornings when I look at my 4-year-old and he tells me that, he just wants mommy to be his girlfriend forever.
And it was the day that I became a grandmother. Being able to see my grandbaby, being able to have interaction with her, it just makes me feel so overwhelmed, so overjoyed, and more deserving of what I think I could ever deserve.
Going through my little sister that I take care of, I was clearing out her old phone and I came across a message. She opened up to her coach and expressed how she really feels because she's always a closed off person. She mentioned that she appreciated everything that I did. Even though I didn't feel like I'm like a good enough guardian and mother, just reading that just made me feel good.
I can't pinpoint big memories. I think it's in the small ones.
When I was over at Ifamagunta, I run into our former consumers now that they're adults and they're employed, they have their own place. I think just being there for them throughout the thick and thin, it really made a difference to somebody, and it makes me feel good on that.
Kind of every day, yeah. Coming in and doing the work that I do, realizing that, yeah, there's a lot of things that are out of my control, and there's a lot of things that, I'm not so good at doing. But there's a skill that I have that, I'm fortunate enough to come into work every day and and share that skill with others.
Just coming to that realization that like finally I have a friend group, because that's what I struggled with. We don't have to stay serious with each other or like pretend. We're just ourselves around each other, and that's just such a great feeling.
Surprisingly enough, when I had cancer, the love and support that not just like my family showed me, my friends showed me, my colleagues, even like acquaintances, even people that didn't know me and they just know me through someone else. All the love and support that they showed me during what was the hardest time in my life made me feel really good. And it made me feel like people actually cared about me. What advice would you give to someone that doesn't feel like they're enough?
Take a shower. I feel like anytime when I'm feeling down, taking a shower really turns it around.
Oh man, just appreciate the small things.
Dialing back, taking things slow and kind of like reevaluating how you see yourself.
Just in the back of your mind, be attempting to answer the question, who am I? What parts of the puzzle make up the picture that is me? Once you master the self, you can master the other, and the other is everything else.
Challenges come up not to show you your inadequacies, but to give you an opportunity to prove that you can at least attempt your very best to do it.
We just have to take it like little steps, like increments of like, I survived today. That's cool. I'm good. I'm enough today.
Just make it through to the next day, and then at some point it starts to feel okay. And sometimes okay is just enough to make the change to start feeling a lot better.
Our cups are, at different levels every day. So if one day cooking is all you can do, for your family, then that's, all you can do. And that's the best you can do. And it's not that you're not giving 100%. It's just all you can do.
Situations in life are temporary.
Remind them that it's not a bad life, it's only a bad day.
It takes another kind of strength to get through the life that you've done. I can't blame you for how you feel. I just want you to realize that you're stronger than you think.
Remember that your path is your path. Your story is your story. At the end of the day, your happiness and your satisfaction with yourself is most important. So create a life that you're happy about. Do things that you're satisfied with and that you can sleep with yourself at night.
And there's always someone rooting for you. Whether you see it or not, there's always someone rooting for you.
Find a friend, talk about it. You'll find out that you're not the only one feeling that way, and you can get through it together.
I would say, let's go for a walk and let's not think about it.
I'd say think of 3 instances or 3 people or 3, moments where they felt like they made someone else smile or felt like they put someone else at ease.
And it's that question of who they're trying to feel enough for. And if it's someone else, then, it's the idea that maybe we need to turn it back to ourselves. And if it's ourselves, then it's one of those things where, what can we do, right? Change ourselves or change our situation. But I think at the end of the day, it also helps to just kind of a simple, well, you're enough for me, right?
Be kind to yourself and lower your standards. Does that sound good, or does that sound condescending?
Look within, fight those demons, and if you need help, talk to someone, talk to your loved ones, talk to your friends, family, coworkers. If you don't have anyone to talk to, call 988.